Welcome to Brown Barn Builds. We're gonna build them, we're gonna boost them, and we're gonna burn some rubber, baby. Woo! Yeah! Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Brown Barn Builds. Today we're gonna pull the F100 in. I've been saying we're gonna do the wheels, and it is finally time. I'm excited because this is gonna be the most cosmetic difference that I've made so far. So let's get it pulled in. We're gonna throw it up on some jack stands so we keep the lift free, and we're gonna get those wheels and tires off and start working on that. Let's do it. All right, got the F100 back in the shop. We're gonna jack it up, put it on some jack stands, and then get started on redoing these wheels. I got the perfect match, duper color, Wimbledon white. It looks real good with this off cream white that's on this two-tone. So hopefully that does it. There's only an inch reveal on this after you put the hubcaps on. So I think it's gonna look just right for the money. You know, these cans are 18 bucks a piece. I'm hoping I can get it done with 2 cans, but we'll see. Let's rock and roll. All right, we got the truck up on jack stands now. And you know what? I'll tell you, having the lift is money. Doing things on jack stands just sucks, but it is what it is. So let's get rolling and get this knocked out, brother. All right, so first time taking these wheels off. I don't know what we're getting into. Hopefully it's pretty straightforward. I just want to paint them, so we'll see. Try to use a breaker bar because the tires are up on the ground. I should have cracked them before I lifted it up. No new alarm. Enough vibration will get it loose. Hopefully this one does the same. Probably should have used the air impact, but whatever. All right, moment of truth. A little rusty on the back, just a little surface rust, couple spiders. Can't have too many spiders. Not too bad. Not too bad. That's good. All right, we'll get the other 3 off and we'll be rocking and rolling. All right, y'all, we got all the wheels off, as you can tell. Got them sitting right here. I think I'm gonna take them outside, give them a good wash, give them a good scrub, give them some sanding. Look at those. They've seen better days, but we'll get them knocked out, and they're gonna look like they just came off the factory showroom floor, brother. Man, it looks good. Love it. Love the improvements. Man, how funny would it be if these C8 wheels fit on there? I can already tell they're not gonna, but that would be sick. I would run them and be like, sorry, Pops, I'm stealing them. But anyway, let's get to it. Ignore the wind, but after using that little sanding pad, these things are looking so much better. This right here will wipe right off. That's just like old. A little bit of wet water, but yeah, man, these are looking so much better. And take them inside, clean them up, get some acetone on them, and I'm thinking they're gonna be ready for primer any minute. Let's do it. right, you can tell actually it worked out pretty well. I did have my doubts, but that should be nice edge for the paint to go over. So now we can get it primed and ready to go. All right, we're gonna give this a couple coats of filler primer, and then once that's dry, we'll be able to coat it. But first, we gotta do the primer. Just a light coat. All right, as you can tell here, these aren't, I mean, that's a very light coat, nothing too crazy. Give it a couple more coats and it'll be good to go. Primed and prepped and ready to go. They're looking good so far. The trash bag technique was money. Never seen that before. My dad showed me that. I was gonna use playing cards, but this worked out just well. Dude, Toast, what are you doing? You gonna get some water? Being a weirdo. Like, dude, you're not supposed to be in here. This is my place. Sorry about that, I had to get that out. Back to painting. This is the third coat. All right. I'm gonna go until this can's out and then we should be good. All right, look at that. We got them all covered, painted, letting them dry now. Let them dry for about 24 hours and then it should be good to go. They look pretty good. I'm happy with them. Didn't get the middles, but the hubcap's gonna cover that, so one more step, should be good to go. All right, y'all, it's been 24 hours since I painted these wheels. They're not looking too bad. The finish is kind of flat for me, so I'm thinking I might go and give them a little bit of a clear. Might put like a satin clear on them. I think I might just do it up just the right amount. Not too flashy, but just enough to make it look good. All right, so I dug through our cabinet. I didn't want to go to the store, and all I had was gloss, crystal clear. It's all right. We'll just do gloss. I think it'll look just fine. Let's get to it. I'm just kidding. All right, let's give this a whirl and see how she goes. A little bit of test spray. All right, while we wait for the wheels to dry so we can throw those on the truck, I'm gonna start getting some work done on this Z06. It's getting really hot. It's getting up to like 220 on the coolant temp. I think I need to put some water wetter in it, and I really need to upgrade the fans, but those are 500 bucks, and I'm not really looking to spend that right now, but I do want to do that. So hopefully in the future we can do that. I think it's gonna help a lot. This car has always ran hot, but I do know the water wetter works. I have put that in before I rebuilt this motor. It keeps it down around 200 to 210. So I'm gonna drain a little bit of the coolant out, put that in, put more coolant in, get it in the system, get it flowing. I think that's gonna help a lot. Let's get to it. All right, just got the C6 on the lift, and I tell you what, these things are a butt to get on the lift. If you've ever done one, you know the pain. I've got it down to a science, takes me about 5 to 10 minutes to get on the lift, but I always walk over, check it, seems good to me, get it up on the lift and see what we got going on. go over everything that I've done. I just want to make sure everything that I've done is okay still. Check bullets, check fuel system, and then we'll get down to the water wetter. Okay, so as I'm going through this, I'm just checking for leaks. I'm checking for oil leaks, transmission leaks, fuel leaks. This is my fuel filter to my 4 triple pump system, 4 Innovations triple pump system. And sometimes, or when I was putting this together, that would have a leak. It looks like it's good. And then I go down here, I check all this. There's my clutch. There's a Y in there for the feed and the return line, and I try to check that. It looks like it's good, but like I said, the biggest worry I have on this car is it getting too hot. And when it gets too hot, heat causes fires, and fires are no good. So I really want to try to get this thing to run as cool as possible, and then see what else I can do, because the biggest worry I have is this car catching on fire. When I park it after driving it, I always pop the hood, give it a little inspection, but I've seen the nightmares, and I do not want that to happen to me. That is for sure. All right, so this is what water wetter is. I don't know if anybody's familiar with this. I mean, it's pretty common. If you're not familiar, I've used this stuff before. It's great. I mean, it helps control, run up to 20 degrees cooler, run for cars, trucks, motorcycles, RVs, ATVs, snowmobiles, used with all water-cooled engines. So we're gonna put this in. We're gonna dump a little out. We're gonna go up to the coolant reservoir and put this in, and then put the coolant back in. So it's kind of like a sandwich effect. So it goes immediately into the radiator and starts working. Let's get to it. I got this black container here to catch all the coolant. This is all cleaned out, so I can just dump this right back into the coolant reservoir when I'm ready. Crack it. These C6s are pretty easy to change or drain the coolant out of. Oh shit, you know what? It goes right here. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah. Shit. Got on my eye. Let that drain for a minute, and then we should be good. Any moment now. My favorite part is when I'm looking at it and it splashes in my eye. Just kidding. So the reservoir is empty. We're gonna dump this in, and then we're gonna start it up, let it cycle in, and then we'll fill the reservoir back up with coolant. Hopefully I can do this without a fire. Oh yeah. Shaking like a leaf. Had too much caffeine. Too many C4. Oh, what the heck? I was dumping it right through the overfill hole. So I had some leak, but shouldn't be the end of the world. Not very much leaks. All right, we're gonna start this up, try to get that through into the radiator, and then dump in the rest. Hopefully she starts. Ignore the hard start. It's not tuned yet. My tuner said he should be able to get that to go away, but it didn't pump out. What the freak? So maybe I need to drain more? Or maybe I should just dump some of this coolant in there. I'll just dump some coolant to the fill line and see if it'll pump out or pump through, and then just keep going. Maybe it's just low. It might just be a little low on in the coolant reservoir, so it's not picking up that little bottom. I mean, it's like this much, or like very little. So we'll fill it up and then see. All right, I think it's good. You can tell this is full, up to the full line. It's keeping the coolant temp is staying down, and I have a little bit of extra coolant left. So I think it's cycled through and it should be good. Let's go check the coolant temp and see where we're at. It's gonna be a little hot because we aren't moving. I mean, we're at, let's see, service fuels, 198. 198 for just sitting here. Obviously it's just idling, but it's also not moving. So it's kind of contradicting itself. That's pretty good. So I'm gonna go with that. I think it's gonna work. I highly recommend it. I've used it in the past. Now let's get back to the truck. All right, let's see how good this trash bag technique worked. Oh yeah, that's money. I'm gonna have to pull off get the air compressor to blow them off a little bit, get some of this trash bag out in between the rim and the tire, but looking good. Let's get them on the truck. I totally screwed this up. I had all those tires in order for me to put the wheel weights back on, and I started pulling a bit here and just realized I don't know which ones are which. That's all right. We'll just get them put on, and when I need to get them balanced, I will. It is what it is. You live and you learn. Let's get these things on. We got the wheels completed with the new fresh polished hubcaps. That's looking good. All 4 of them done and on and ready to go. That looks so much better. All right, one of the best parts about living in Kansas City is I get a swing-in LMC truck that's right down the road from my office and pick up what I need. We're gonna go in there, get some parts, and be ready to go. Don't have to wait for shipping. They're right here, local. Can't beat that. Here we are, LMC truck, baby. Best place in town for all your old truck parts and new truck parts. I am pumped. Let's get it. Well, I went to the wrong LMC truck store. Apparently they have one for Chevy and Ford, so we have to go to the Ford one. All right, we have made it to the LMC truck warehouse. Let's go in here and see what they got. Oh yeah, shout out to LMC Truck. I got parts I needed. I was in and out of there in like 15 minutes. And they gave me a free hat. Hell yeah, let's throw that thing on. Rocking and rolling. Let's get back to the shop and put these parts on. All right, so we're back from LMC Truck. We got some great parts here. We got some new taillight lenses, some new lower lenses that go underneath the headlights. We got some new side markers. We got some new reflectors that go under the taillights, and we got some new windshield wipers because they got some cheap plastic ones on there that look horrible. So let's get these on and see how it looks. All right, first one we're gonna do is this one. Unfortunately, I could not get this one today. You have to buy the whole badge. So I'm gonna see what I can do and see if I can either refurbish this or make it look better. I don't know. We'll move on from that, but let's get this taken off and get the new one in. Oh yeah, piece of cake. Boom, just like that, match and set. That's looking good, dude. I'm pumped. On to the next one. check that out. That's the after with the new reflector and the new taillight lens. And this is the before. Looking good. Still need to buff this out, buff the bumper, buff the taillight bezel, but other than that, it's looking good. Here's a little side by side of the before and after. Before anybody gets on to me about replacing OEM parts, I just want you to see this. Ford, hard to tell, but same number. So much better. All right, I just wanted to show how easy these are to replace. I bet you I can do this in less than a minute. Even gonna wipe that one off. A little much. That one's gonna need wiped off. Boom, just like that. Anybody could do that. That was probably, what, 2 minutes, including wipe down? Piece of cake. On to the next thing. All right, so after I put this on, I decided I needed to clean these little bezels up, and that's when I noticed there's a big old dent right here from the inside out. And I can't live with that. I can't have that. Not on this fine piece of machinery. So take a look here, or I'll show you here what's going on. You see right there, it's sticking out pretty bad, and can't have that. If you look at the other side, looks totally fine. So I need to fix that. What are we gonna do? I don't know, but let's get it taken care of. Okay, first things first, I think we need to take this back out because I do not want to break it. All right, now that we got that out, that'll make it a lot easier to push that back in. Hang tight and I'll get what we need. I got two very fancy items here. A block of wood and a sledge. Let's see if it works. Getting there. Definitely better than it was. Oof, don't like that. Where'd that come from?
It's your inspection. Your bulb change inside here.
Oh, the bolt came out. Yeah, a little bit more. Oh.
Amazing how hard and stiff this metal is compared to new stuff. That's better. Still flared out a little bit right there. Like the metal. It's like the hit it's all chopped hand off with it.
Oh yeah, that is so much better. That looks great. Let's get that trim on and be good to go. I just want to show another example of how good this mother's aluminum polish is. This right here, $10. I showed it on the front, but here's the rear. Here's the after, the before. The after, the before. It's looking good, dude. That looks so much better. I mean, obviously it doesn't look like brand new, but if you're just trying to get a quick detail, make it pop a little bit, that's the way to go. I love this stuff. All right, before we throw this thing up on the lift, I wanted to show this rear end one more time and everything we just did. Just completely buffed that rear bumper, did the trim piece, and then I was like, frick it, let's do this forward emblem, and man, looks good. Look at that, new lights all the way around, reflectors, whatever, looking good. Actually ended up, my dad insisted that we fix the rivets on this because the badge was falling off, and you know, it's just the little things. Buff that. So all these little things are adding up to make this thing look so much better. I love it. All right, that's gonna do it for this video. See you next time, and thanks for watching. Have a good night.